Hi there. In this video, we are going to create branches in our stories. And while doing so, we will look into concepts like storylets, choices, story tree, etc. So let's jump in. I have opened Reactale.com and I have logged in. In this video, we will be creating branches in our story. To do that, we can create a new story or edit any of our existing stories. I will go to My Tales and then edit Jack and Jill. Now, if you have not seen the previous video, in this demo story on famous poem of Jack and Jill, we were trying to find out who Jack and Jill were and why they went to the top of the hill. So it turned out that Jack and Jill were prince and princess and their kingdom were taken over by a wicked witch, and that witch sent them to fetch water from the top of the hill. Now in this video, we will try to find out what happened up there. What made them fall? Now, before we jump in, I would like to give you a brief idea of what storylets are and what are the choices in a Reactale. As you know, Reactale lets you write stories that can span across branches. What that means is a story might start with a plot, and then at a point it might diverge into two or more possibilities, and the reader has to choose any of the choice to proceed further. Each of these small contained parts of the story are called storylets. Just think about what a droplet is to a drop. I don't know if that is a real word, but that was the word that came into my mind when I was designing Reactale. So storylets are small chunks of the story. Now, each storylet can conclude in 0 or any number of choices. Choices are the branches or connectors, and storylets are the nodes. Each choice must start from a single storylet and end in a single storylet. So as you are seeing this diagram, here I try to capture this idea. Here is the start storylet. In any conventional single flow tale, the story would both start and end in this start storylet itself. It will not branch out into choices. But if the start storylet gives birth to choices, like choice 1 and choice 2 here, then each choice must end with a storylet where the story will again continue. Thus, it creates a tree-like structure where each storylet is a node and each choice is a branch that connects two storylets. Like choice 6 connects storylet 3 to storylet 6. So this is how the story flows. When user is finished reading this storylet 1, they will either choose this choice 1 or choice 2, and depending on their choices it will open, and then again they will choose something, and that will unlock the next storylet and so on. So that is what I have explained here also in parallel possibilities. Every story starts the same, that is flat one flow. That is only the storylet 1, the start storylet. Then as we read or write, we think, hey, why did he do that? What would have happened if she had done something else? And bingo, we create a branch of our own in mind. Reactale encourages authors to explore those alternate flows. Readers will initially see only one storylet, that is a fraction of the story, followed by some choices, and then depending on the choice he selects, will then unlock the next storylet, and so on. Okay, now let's create our own story tree. So back to our Jack and Jill, let's edit it. So far it's a single flow story, only one flow, and here it ends. Let's go back and edit it. Now we are back to answering the question, what really happened up there with Jack and Jill? Now in the start storylet itself, I will add few lines which gives the hint of the upcoming choices. I will paste in the lines from my clipboard to save time. So I just pasted some lines, and it is saying that it was a long way from their palace to the hill. They walked and walked for days and night, and then with a lot of trouble and tiredness, finally Jack and Jill reached atop the hill. Now what happened up there is a bit sketchy because different people say different things about it. So pick the way which your heart says is right, as Jack and Jill would have done the same, that is, would listen to what their heart says. Now I will update the storylet here, and then I will click on this add choice button. I will remove this text and add our first choice text. That is what user will see, the fiery fireball, and also I will add another choice, that is the moving mountain. Now if I select this choice, or if I click on this checkbox, then the corresponding storylet will appear. I will fill up the title as the same. Don't worry, this title would not be reflecting to the reader. This is for our identification purpose only. When we see the tails flow, that is here, we will go and see the tails flow in the upcoming video. We will be seeing the tree-like structure, and to identify which nodes is this one or which storylet is this one, we are giving this title. So this is for our internal identification only. However, this area, the storylet body, is what the reader will see. This is the publicly viewable area. So here I will give this header, and let me go to full screen. I will make it probably bold and centered. You can see the effect here in the preview storylet section. Now again I will copy paste the fiery fireball part of the storylet from my clipboard to save time. Now this here will describe how they encountered a huge dragon on the top of the hill. I will update. Now I will select the moving mountain to open the associated storylet, and similarly I will do the filling up. Now this is mostly the same as the dragon part of the storylet, only in this version there are minor differences, and they made a big mountain-sized giant here. So there a dragon, here a giant. Update and come out, and bingo. At this point we have successfully created our very first branches. I will do a preview, and preview actually automatically saves this in the device memory, that is saving it offline. We will see more of different methods of saving in another video. Now if you see, Here is the start storylet, and I can also collapse or uncollapse it clicking here. So this is the start storylet, which talks about the kingdom, the king and the queen, the twin Jack and Jill, and the evil witch and her evil plans, including sending the kids atop the hill, all those things. Now after that, here you can see that go whichever way your heart says, blah blah. So reader needs to select a choice here, the fiery fireball or the moving mountain. So if I select the fiery fireball, then it will automatically open up the corresponding storylet, and also you will see it will automatically collapse all the storylets above this point. It will make it kind of like pressed to indicate that this is the choice that is currently selected, that is resulting in this storylet. Now another thing, if I click on the other choice, it will not only open the corresponding storylet, but every time selecting any choice will automatically scroll the display to the proper viewing position, that is start of the resulting storylet. Now let's go and create some more choices. Now I have nothing to write more, but for demo purpose I will select the fiery fireball, the dragon, and create some dummy choices like red dragon, and let's fill up with dummy text here also. I will just put red dragon, red dragon, red dragon, and similarly let's another choice be white dragon, and let there be white dragon, white dragon. Now I will select the moving mountain. Here also I will create two choices, one for maybe ice giant, and another one maybe fire giant. Okay, now let's preview. Okay, so again the start storylet, then the fiery fireball and the moving mountain. If I click on moving mountain, it will give us moving mountain part of the storylet, and then again two choices, fire giant or ice giant. If I click on fire giant, it will give us this fire giant dummy text. But the point to notice here is this is the first storylet, then user has selected this one, the moving mountain, then the fire giant. If now user selects this one, it will scroll up to this one, the fiery fireball, and everything after the selected storylet will be hidden. The user will be, after reading this again, user will be able to choose. So if we see the flow now, it's starting storylet, then fiery fireball, then white dragon. We can also collapse it and see the entire flow. So here, 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 here. And let me quickly show what this 1, 2, these numbers do. Actually, if we have a lot of choices here, you can see only one choice is visible, other choices are not. So clicking on any of those, suppose there are 3, 4, 5, many choices, clicking on it will make them visible. It will automatically scroll that choice into the viewing area. So it is a handy thing for the mobile devices. Okay, now that we have created this tree like structure as we wanted, actually we can create as big a tree as we want with as many branches. But now, don't you think this flat editor is not giving us the real perspective? We are creating a story tree, but yet we are unable to view the tree. So what's the point? Don't worry, I have got you covered. I felt the same, and that's why I created TalesFlow. This video is getting longer, and we will look more into this TalesFlow in our next video. See you there.
Thanks for watching this video. Now help me bring Reactale to every story lovers on this planet. Please like this video, share as much as you can, subscribe to Reactale TV, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated. See you in the next video. Till then,